Survival is not just about having the right gear, it's about mastering fundamental principles that keep you alive when disaster strikes. Whether you're facing a natural catastrophe, societal collapse, or an unexpected emergency, understanding and applying the 6 S's of survival can mean the difference between life and death. These 6 critical elements, shelter, safety, signal, sustenance, self-defense, and spirit, form the backbone of any successful survival strategy. So let's break down each S in detail so you can prepare to thrive no matter what happens. Shelter, your first line of defense against the elements. Why is it essential? Well, when disaster strikes, your immediate priority is protecting yourself from environmental threats like extreme temperatures, rain, wind, and sun exposure. Hypothermia, heat stroke, dehydration, and even insect bites can quickly become life-threatening without proper shelter. Here's how to master this skill. Build shelters from available resources. Learn how to construct shelters using natural materials like branches, leaves, or bark, or man-made items such as tarps and rope. Get familiar with techniques like lean-tos, debris huts, and A-frame designs. Prep beforehand by keeping lightweight tents, tarps, bivy sacks, or emergency blankets in your bug-out bag for quick deployment. Remember, location matters. Choose elevated ground to avoid flooding, face openings away from prevailing winds, and stay near water sources but above flood zones. Pro tip: practice building shelters during camping trips or training exercises. Time yourself under different conditions to improve your efficiency. Safety. Protect yourself from external threats. Why is it essential? Survival isn't just about nature, it's also about people. During emergencies, desperation often leads others to act unpredictably. Plus, wildlife, terrain hazards, and accidents pose significant risks. Here's how to master this skill. Secure your perimeter. If you're bugging in, reinforce doors and windows and use barricades and alarms to deter intruders. For outdoor scenarios, set up tripwires or noise traps around your campsite. No basic first aid. Carry a comprehensive first aid kit and learn CPR, wound care, splinting fractures, and treating burns. Avoid risky behavior. Don't take unnecessary chances, whether that means crossing unstable terrain or engaging with strangers. Signal. Increase your chances of rescue. Why is it essential? If you're stranded or lost, signaling for help could honestly save your life. Rescuers need clear signs of your location to find you quickly. Here's how to master this skill. Create visual signals. Use mirrors, brightly colored fabric, or large symbols like SOS written in rocks or branches, so they're visible from above. Use audible signals. Whistles, horns, or banging metal objects can attract attention over long distances. Don't forget electronic devices. Carry satellite messengers, GPS devices, or emergency beacons, and always make sure batteries are charged and spares are available. Pro tip: always have multiple signaling methods ready. Redundancy increases your odds of being found. So, let's talk about sustenance. Food and water are non-negotiable for maintaining energy, focus, and overall health. Dehydration can set in within just a few hours, while hunger really starts to mess with your head and weakens both your cognitive function and physical performance. Now, how do you master this skill? First, water procurement. You gotta know how to locate water sources, like streams, dew, or even condensation, and purify them using filters, tablets, boiling, or solar stills. For food gathering, it's all about learning to identify edible plants, picking up some fishing techniques, and understanding how to snare small game or set traps. Oh, and don't forget to stockpile calorie-dense, shelf-stable foods like MREs, freeze-dried meals, or canned goods. When it comes to cooking, practice making meals with minimal resources. Think open fires, portable stoves, or even a solar oven if you have one. Here's a quick pro tip. Rotate your food stockpile regularly to prevent spoilage and make sure everything stays fresh. Next up is self-defense. In chaotic situations, human behavior shifts towards self-preservation. Unprepared folks might try to take what they need by force, which makes self-defense a crucial skill. So how do you get good at this? First, choose the right tools, whatever you're comfortable with and what's legal where you live. That might be knives, bats, tasers, or firearms. But here's the thing. You gotta train consistently with whatever tool you pick. Situational awareness is key too. Stay alert to potential threats, avoid confrontations whenever you can, but be ready to respond decisively if you're attacked. And don't overlook the mental side. Sometimes defending yourself means making tough calls, so psychological preparedness is just as important as physical ability. Here's a pro tip for you. Take self-defense classes, including hand-to-hand combat and firearm safety courses. Confidence, honestly, comes from training. Spirit, the mental edge that keeps you going, is absolutely essential. Physical preparation means little without mental resilience. Panic, despair, and fatigue can really undermine even the best-laid plans. Maintaining morale and hope is what ensures you push through adversity. So, how do you master this skill? Stay positive. Focus on solutions rather than problems. Remind yourself why you're fighting to survive. Practice mindfulness. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even journaling help reduce stress and improve your decision-making. And hey, if you're traveling with companions, lean on each other. Assign roles, communicate effectively, and support one another emotionally. Here's a pro tip. Pack morale boosters in your kit, photos, favorite snacks, or uplifting books to help maintain your psychological strength. Now let's put it all together and see the 6 S's in action. Imagine this. A massive earthquake has devastated your city. Roads are blocked, power lines are down, and communication networks are totally severed. Here's how the 6 S's guide your response. For shelter, you quickly assess the damage and move to higher ground, setting up a temporary tarp shelter to protect against aftershocks and bad weather. For safety, you use duct tape and boards to secure broken windows and create makeshift barriers, fortifying your position. When it comes to signal, you activate your satellite messenger to send out an SOS, while also laying out bright orange fabric in an open area. For sustenance, with limited supplies, you ration food and use a portable filter to drink water from a nearby stream. Self-defense means you arm yourself with a sturdy knife and flashlight, staying vigilant through the night to deter any looters who might approach your camp. And spirit, despite exhaustion, you remind yourself every day that help is on the way. Sharing stories with fellow survivors lifts everyone's spirits. By mastering these interconnected skills, you really increase your chances of enduring and even thriving in a worst-case scenario. So here are some final thoughts. Preparation is key. The 6 S's of survival give you a solid framework for tackling emergencies systematically. Each element reinforces the others, creating a holistic approach to staying alive. Start now by learning, practicing, and equipping yourself with the right knowledge and tools. Remember, survival isn't something you just improvise overnight. It's a discipline, honed through dedication and foresight. So, ask yourself, are you truly prepared to handle the challenges ahead? Or will neglecting these essentials leave you vulnerable when, stuff really hits the fan? Share your thoughts below. What's your strongest survival skill, and which one do you plan to work on next? Together, we can build stronger, more resilient communities. Stay sharp, stay safe, and never stop preparing.